Hey, thank you for your investment in my long-term nurture sequence here in Infusionsoft, now known as Keap. I built this the first time around 2012. I think we were at the partner conference it was the fall of 2012. And I remember we were at a resort in Scottsdale, and there's a guy, I don't think he's around anymore, Scott Richens. But I had this idea, kind of like a birthday sequence, because, the birthday sequence is never ending, right? It just loops on itself. So I was like, hey, I want to do this every month to send just a nice, friendly, top of mind email, non salesy. And we were thinking like have it just connect, right? January, February, March. But the problem is if this started January 1st and somebody opted in January 2nd, they'd have to wait an entire year before it started. So you'll notice as we go in here, like looking here, this is super simple, start, tag, purchase, whatever, however you want to kick things off. And this one little sequence in here. But when we click into it, then you'll see we got all these different options, right? So we had to make separate swim lanes, they call them. So starting for January, for February, for March. So what happens is we go back. You need to figure out your tags, right? How do you want to kick things off? So I just have nurture, long-term nurture, right? I'm not a smart man. I also do it if they buy anything. And, some say, well, they didn't opt in for whatever. Like, okay, that's up to you. I have always, always done that. If somebody opts in for a newsletter or a PDF or whatever, I put them on my drip sequence. So do with that as you will. Okay, so what is happening here? This tag starts it. We go in. And now because I'm the owner and these always come from me, I had hard coded these to come from Wes at the Sales Whisperer. So I have here kind of floating. You may want to insert it here into this flow. If you have multiple people working with you, you want to assign an owner, then assign it to yourself. If not, just delete this. And as you go into each of these emails, okay, this one, then as you go into each of them, you can edit this and just make it coming from you. Okay. So you just got to figure out how you want to do the ownership. So this waits 365 days. Then it removes the tag. So I keep the tag on that someone is a part of the long-term drip sequence. If I ever want to pull a list and look at them, but again, I pretty much put everybody in it. But if you don't, then keep this tag. Okay, after 365 days, then I remove the tag, then put the tag back on. Okay, so that is what stops the sequence, but it also starts the sequence again. Okay, and then if somebody wants to cancel, then you can cancel them. You can add your own tag to make it stop. But that's how this remains an evergreen sequence. Now, one thing you're going to want to customize, of course, is, my birthday is April 3rd, so I run this in April. I left it in just so you can see how I did it. And obviously put your correct one. A quick sidebar. I don't use preview text. I've been in this game since 2008, at least on my own with Infusionsoft, and I've used other tools from before then. Some of the top minds that I know in the space say don't put preview text. So in the last year or so, I stopped putting it. But again, it's up to you. I keep it simple, and it's working for me. Okay. But in this email, what I made years ago and this most recent year, it ran and people bought my books. You may want to put a larger font. I'm playing with this. I'm putting a little larger font in mine, but you want it to be consistent with what you're doing. But I had this link out to a book. I think that link's old. And no, that one still works. And I put a button, for the book. So that's up to you. You'll notice as well on the most of the emails, I've got the social media links, and that's usually been fine. Again, one of the top email guys that I know, He says don't put any more than 3 links in an email. On my daily email, I follow his best practices. I'm using his platform, but they're text only, no preview text. And most of those emails I limit to just one URL. Sometimes I've had 2, but I have no social media links in it. Now, again, using Infusionsoft's Keaps over the years, I've had a lot of success doing it this way, but I'm just giving you some food for thought, okay? I also, back in the day when I made this, long over a decade ago, I had my logo at the top, but I have since stopped doing that, and I removed the logo from this. Uh, don't, don't slap people with your stuff right away, because they may see that in the preview text. They may see that in the first opening line or whatever. So it's obviously coming from you. They see that URL. So just boom, hit them right off with something inspiring. Okay. But this is how I have done my birthday. So you could have you could have multiples of these, right? You could have a birthday email, you could have an anniversary email, you could have a work anniversary email, you could have a half birthday. So, be creative. I don't think you don't want to overdo it. Hopefully you have some kind of daily or weekly newsletter that goes out to supplement this as well. And in there, you can have various offers, but it's something to consider. Okay, so that's really it, right? You got to go in and set each one, because each individual module has to be each component has to be updated. But put some notes here. August is kind of a weird month with holidays, so you may want to play with that. Find a fun one. I think that's really it. It is pretty straightforward. It's the content, right, and it's the execution of this that makes it stand out every month. And like I said, I've run this since 2012. Every month I get multiple replies. Hey, great email. Hey, thanks for the note. Hey, how are you? So stay in front of folks. My contact info is down here. My email, my cell phone. Okay, so hit me up if you have any questions. But I appreciate you ordering this, and wish you a lot of success. And feel free to reach out if I can help. Okay, I'll go sell something.